Charlas de la noche. Palabras con imagen. El análisis de los acontecimientos que influyen en nuestra vida con el periodista Francisco Durán Rosillo.
Frank Durán Rosillo te saluda y los saluda a todos ustedes, su amiga María Celeste Raraz, para invitarlos a que se suscriban a mi canal de YouTube, María Celeste Raraz, tal como mi nombre, donde les informo todas las semanas sobre entrevistas que tienen un tema que ayuda a mejorarnos como personas y de paso son interesantes. Las pueden encontrar en mi canal de YouTube, así que los espero. Y se suscriben gratis.
Amigos, pues recuerden que este programa, pues les damos información, tratamos de actualizarlos, pero es una charla donde analizamos los temas más preocupantes de las agendas tanto de México como en Estados Unidos. Hoy me vestí de rosa, que dice un dicho en inglés, Real man wears pink. Un verdadero hombre se viste de rosa, y sí, lo hago con orgullo, pero también porque estoy apoyando las causas para la cura del cáncer. Hoy es miércoles, ayer martes inició la votación temprana en Georgia y de una manera muy concurrida, porque mucha gente se sintió motivada a ir a votar. Pues tomen en cuenta que los Estados Unidos es un país que cuida mucho su sistema democrático, y pues yo me di a la tarea así de carrerita de lograr algunas imágenes, porque esto a mí me preocupa de una manera un tanto preponderante. ¿Sí? No hay nada más importante que cuidar la democracia, porque habiendo democracia hay justicia, hay libertad, hay todo, hay hasta progreso. No se cuida la democracia y caemos en manos de una bola de bribones, asesinos, rateros, etcétera. Y pues es obvio que no vamos a lograr nada. Entonces, pues realmente a mí me llamó mucho la atención el día de ayer los titulares de los principales noticiarios los acapararon las casillas electorales, donde en algunas de ellas, aquí en el estado de Georgia, que le llaman un swing state, un estado pues con meramente, perdón, se me metió la imagen equivocada, que no están definidos, sino que ahora sí, como dice el dicho, la moneda de esos estados está en el aire. Hubo gente que tardó aquí en Georgia hasta 12 horas para poder votar, pero la gente fue educada y esperaron pacientemente, dándoles oportunidad a los viejitos. Vean las filas de votantes en ambos lados de la calle, esperando para entrar a la casilla. Eso fue algo muy impresionante. Esta foto la publica el New York Times. Y en una encuesta hecha ayer en el estado de Georgia por el New York Times, dice pues que en Georgia Donald Trump lleva una ligera ventaja. pero muy, muy raspando. Yo casi me atrevería a decir que están empatados. Entonces, de aquí al 5 de noviembre, la situación va a estar más que pujante. Vean, todas las filas están nutridas. Eso fue ayer. El día de hoy, pues ya se calmó un poco la situación y ya no había tanta gente en las casillas. Perdón, que fui a comprar chorizo y quería saber si mi hijo le gustaba de ese. Vamos a ver hasta dónde llegamos en esta elección, porque Donald Trump sigue insistiendo en que Biden le robó la elección. Biden-Kamala Harris. Y la gente, esta elección no se quiere dejar. La gente está determinada a defender su voto de una manera en la que, wow, hay gente que está dispuesta a tomar las armas. Hay un reportaje que les quiero presentar, un fragmento subtitulado, grabado en partes de Estados Unidos, donde pues la situación no está definida y aunque Kamala Harris mete mucha publicidad para decir que es su campaña la que va adelante, yo casi diría que en las partes de lo que es las zonas rurales, allí se está viendo un panorama muy diferente. Y yo no creo que Kamala Harris esté fuerte en las zonas rurales. Yo más bien siento que ella está fuerte en algunos sectores urbanos y parémosle de contar. Entonces, ahora que empiecen a salir los resultados, se va a saber un poco más y conforme avance la votación temprana, esto va a ser pues mucho más impresionante, porque ahora sí los 75 millones de seguidores de Donald Trump pues ya dicen que no se van a dejar. Vamos a ver esta historia con lujo de detalles, a ver qué es lo que a usted le convence. Les pongo desde el principio para que no se queden con las ganas de escuchar todo. Veamos.
I take matter in my home. If they start coming here killing my animal, trying to eat and stealing my stuff, I carry a gun on me 24 hours a day. Now I take matter in my own hand.
It's not right. And you'll have to excuse my quivering chin because it just makes me so mad that I just love to just go up there and pop them right in the mouth.
Like it or not, everybody's concealed carry, and nobody's going to put up with that here. We're just not.
But here there are too many hard-headed Southerners and too many guns, and they're not afraid to use them.
I'm afraid we'll go to civil war.
Wow, Alabama. This ain't Pennsylvania. We drove across the state of Alabama for 5 days talking to people about all the migrants coming into their state. And oh boy! So this is part 3 in a series about the immigration invasion into our communities. Ohio Pennsylvania, and now Alabama. Difference is, down here, it's just starting. People here, well, they're not happy about it. They told me, "You ain't bringing that stuff down here to the great state of Alabama. We ain't putting up with that." But it's too late. It's already coming. I know that. After driving around here and talking to folks for a few days, I think they're starting to realize that too. I'll get to all of that in a little bit. Your eyes are going to open wide. Now, this story begins in little old Sylacauga, Alabama. Population 12,000. It's a middle-class town in the middle of nowhere down here. It's seen better days. Manufacturing and mills have closed. Cotton mills were a big deal down here, but those days are long gone. NAFTA was the final nail. But they're doing okay down here. Good folks, hard-working blue-collar town. Type of southern city where there's a church in every neighborhood. Pretty nice-looking place. You can tell people here have pride in it. Well, a month ago, things began to really heat up, and people looked around and said, "Hey, who are all these immigrants walking around? They're living in houses and 10, 20 at a time. That's weird. Why are they here?" And then, oh no, they thought, "Lol, us?" And that sparked a debate that's turned this town upside down.
You're gonna add to crime. You're gonna have different groups of people at odds with each other.
What, you gonna threaten somebody because the city council can't do something?
Because there's no way these people are paying their own rent, paid their way over here, or any of this other. My money is doing it, and I am tired of it.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna stop that? If you can't stop that, then we're gonna have to stop it.
It's the same thing here that I saw in the other states I visited. Exact same problems. There's stories coming in from all over Alabama about immigrant surges everywhere here. In Baldwin County, Marshall County, Franklin County, and right here in Talladega County. The city councilwoman in Sylacauga said she fears civil unrest. My God. So I've been watching all this. People have been telling me, "You need to come down to Alabama." So we did. We came down to talk to people on the ground. But here's the difference. Down here, this is where the invasion is just beginning. So I wanted to come down and see what folks are thinking down here.
We are a loving community. We're an accepting community. We're very open, but certainly there's limits. We're a small town. And when you begin to think of seeing the things that we've seen in Aurora and Springfield, that type of thing starting to happen here in Bohumpkin, Alabama, Sylacauga, Alabama, we're a population of barely over 12,000 people. It scares people to death. And as a minister also in town, then it was important for me to try to establish some form of civility and some middle ground in this, because everyone's just been caught flat-footed.
Why do you think they're coming to Alabama now?
There's a lot of theories on that. I think it's we're a test market. Let's see how they receive the immigrants that come in. I also believe that it's also a hotbed state. I mean, let's face it. You start looking at the Southeast, and I don't know what the percentage is, but it's a high percentage of people that own firearms. And when people, the embers get stoked, then sometimes people take the wrong action and make very poor decisions. And it's possible that, I don't know, are we trying to stoke fires to instigate something? I hate to say something like that, but we've seen how the government works. We see how the feds work. I'm not trying to gaslight anything. I think it's a very real possibility.
They're not a bunch of cat eaters that are going to go in here and rape your wife and all that, but you got to put all that aside. The fact of the matter is what you're dealing with is a small town in rural America that people are set in their ways and they don't like change. And that's where the problem lies. Herein lies. They want their town to grow, but they don't want to diverse. Now, by no means, as you can tell with my hat, I am not a Democrat, but I come from a diverse population. I was born and raised in South Miami, so I understand having Polish people, Italian people, Haitian people, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. I mean, everything. And this was 70s and 80s.
Now, way down here along the Alabama coast is another twist on all of this. We're in Fairhope in Baldwin County. Now, if you've ever been down here, you'd probably agree. It's just lovely here. It's a very wealthy, very conservative area. It's very buttoned up. It's nice, it's safe, it's beautiful, it's quiet. People work hard or they enjoy their retirement. The average home for a price down here, it's about 3 times that of Sylacauga, about $500,000. But a couple weeks ago, word got out that 1,000 Haitians are coming this way soon. And then the townsfolk heard about that, and they did not take that very well. They flooded the city council and social media with all kinds of drama. You're not bringing 1,000 migrants here, damn it.
And I was hit by an illegal immigrant in Baldwin County that did not receive a ticket, that did not go to jail. He had no car insurance. And I called the police department to ask why. Why, if I were to do that without a driver's license or car insurance, I would have been arrested. My car would have been towed. So they tell me that they can go to the DMV and they can get tags for their vehicle, and they can also get car insurance without a driver's license. And so if you're inviting people here, then they need to follow our laws too, okay? Because we all follow our laws. We pay our taxes, we pay for our car insurance, and they need to do the same. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the city leaders were like, we have no agreement to bring them in, promise, and if they come, we're not going to allow it. And the people here were like, look what's happening around in Ohio and Pennsylvania. You don't have to approve anything. If they're coming, they're coming. So this was a chance to get some opinions from people before the migrants came. And boy, did they have a lot to say. Do you think immigrants would be, illegal immigrants would be welcomed into Baldwin County?
I don't think so.
Why is that, you think?
We ain't gonna put up with it down here. I mean, that's just the way it is down here, and us southern people down here ain't gonna put up with them illegal. We got enough dope-head and crimes around here now, and you get them illegal, they're gonna be worse.
They're saying there might be some immigrants coming to Baldwin County. Have you heard that?
I heard that.
How do you feel about that?
Not too good, really. I mean, I got a bunch of Mexican friends. They came over here legal, and they're for Trump. They said if they can come over here legal, the other one come over here legal. They said that if they want to come over here, they need to better themselves. They need to go through the channels to do it. And if she gets president, she's gonna keep that border open. She can say what she wants to. We're gonna be just piled on top. They're gonna be everywhere. And what gets me, they got all this money they giving the immigrants. We got that disaster up there in North Carolina and Georgia, and I went up there and carried some relief this week to Georgia. Like a bomb went off, and they won't even help them. But yet they can give them immigrants a pile of money, put them in motel rooms, and give them food stamps and all that. But they can't. He won't even help his own people. I mean, that's what's sick right there. And then you got veterans living on the street. They won't even take the veterans off the street, but yet they would put these immigrants that not even serve for this country in the motel room while the veteran laying there on the street. So I ain't got no use for this administration we got now.
You're just not going to have it in Alabama like you have it in Pennsylvania. This is a very red state, very patriotic state. Nobody's going to let squatters squat on their land here. This is an open carry state. Like it or not, everybody's concealed carry, and nobody's going to put up with that here. We're just not. So I don't see us having that problem down here because they're not going to put up with that in the South. Just not. Number one, our leadership's not going to put up with it, and number two, if the leadership fails us, like a lot of the blue states, our people's going to take matters into their own hand. We work for this. This is our blood, sweat, and tears. This is land that our parents worked and strove and labored for. And it's ours. It's our country. This is our home. It's our land. All we know to do is work hard for what we get and fight for what's ours. Now, we're not mean people. We're very hospitable.
Bueno, amigos, pues como lo dice este americano, estuvieron entrevistando personas en Pensilvania, Georgia y Alabama, y se agrega a esta forma de pensar el estado de Texas, donde también están muy molestos porque como los demócratas han entregado el país a los carteles de la droga y a las organizaciones narcoterroristas. Greg Abbott dice que si la situación no cambia, ellos van a hacer un movimiento en Texas para regresar el estado de Texas a la República de Texas. Ellos ya tenían su moneda, su ejército, su constitución, todo listo para independizarse. Entonces, pues como ellos dicen, tendrán más problemas si dejan que los invada tanto migrante. Eso es en las palabras del gobernador Greg Abbott. De mi parte, les prometo la próxima y última parte de este programa en el siguiente capítulo. Muchas gracias, buenas noches, nos vemos y nos escuchamos mañana. Hasta entonces, gracias.
Durán Rosillo te saluda y los saluda a todos ustedes, su amiga María Celeste Raraz, para invitarlos a que se suscriban a mi canal de YouTube, María Celeste Raraz, tal como mi nombre, donde les informo todas las semanas sobre entrevistas que tienen un tema que ayuda a mejorarnos como personas y de paso son interesantes. Las pueden encontrar en mi canal de YouTube, así que los espero. Y se suscriben gratis.
Escuchaste el análisis de la noticia, transparente como el agua, con el periodista Francisco Durán Rosillo.